Today on Happy Hour, we have not one, not two, but three special guests in studio and out studio. You'll figure it out this week on Happy Hour. Welcome back to Happy Hour, our podcast for young adults here at the Cathedral of the Most Sacred Heart of Jesus. I'm Rick.
I'm Diana.
I'm Allie.
And I'm Marie.
Hey, she got her cue in right on. That was awesome. So as you are listening to us, we do have some special guests in studio, which I'm so thrilled to have you ladies here because this has been a podcast a long time coming, right? I think anyway. Am I okay with saying that?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think just scheduling with everyone's busy summer. We haven't gotten to it sooner, but yeah, happy to be here.
Yeah, we are honored.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun conversation. I'm really excited about it. We have Marie on the line with us, and we'll get to why and where she's at and all that fun stuff. But first, let's just kind of do some intros, right? Everybody knows me, whether they like it or not. They know me. But let's just kind of go around the table and do just a brief introduction. Who are you? Kind of what brought you to Knoxville and what you're doing now.
Great. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. So my name's Diana. I'm a graduate student at UT, and that's what brought me to Knoxville. I moved from Arizona August 2020, and I'm really happy to have found the Cathedral and Rick and Allie and Marie to have like a community and get plugged in and get involved.
And this is not Diana's first time on this podcast, correct?
Yeah, I was on that Faith and Reason podcast. Thanks. That was really good.
That was good, wasn't it? Mm-hmm. It was Holly was with us, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's great. And it was a fun conversation for sure.
Yeah. Holly can't be with us right now because she's in Texas. Mm-hmm. She's doing her internship, and then she'll be entering her senior year at UT. So sad. Wow. I mean, great, but sad. So we'll enjoy one more year with her when she gets back in just a couple of weeks, actually. Allie, I guess it's your turn.
Woohoo. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm Allie. I moved to Knoxville a year ago for a job. I'm from Mobile, Alabama, and I graduated from LSU in 2020. And yeah, I just moved up here, worked for a local nonprofit, and me and a best friend came here. So I had never been to Knoxville when I got here, but I'm grateful to be here for sure now.
Isn't that so crazy?
Yes.
Never been here and you just moved.
Right. I didn't even know anyone who'd ever even really visited here either. So
you did the adulting thing.
I sure did. Yes.
That's awesome. I love it. And of course, Marie on the line.
Yes, I'm similar to Allie. I moved to Knoxville last August of 2021. Also not knowing anybody. I moved for a service year with AmeriCorps. And yeah, it was a awesome year, getting to know everyone at the Cathedral and getting involved and then just exploring Knoxville too.
Yeah. And again, same, I've been to Knoxville before I moved here, but there is something so special about this place. I was born in California mm-hmm. and I lived in Utah, Michigan, Florida, Maryland, Pennsylvania. But there's something really special about Tennessee.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
I don't know how to explain it other than that, right? I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
So how did you guys all get connected with the Cathedral? Like what was, and anybody can go at any moment. You could just talk away, but how did you get connected with the Cathedral? What brought you in the door the first time?
Yeah, I think for me, so when I had first moved to Knoxville, it was, mid-pandemic. I was trying to meet people, but of course with COVID, like there wasn't really any events. So for my first month here, I would just go to daily mass, go to confession, just try and get some human interaction. And then finally, when the event started picking back up, I came to Alpha, and that's how our friendship began.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Marie really introduced us to Alpha. I kept seeing her at different churches in Knoxville, and each time we were by ourselves because we had just moved here. And then we finally introduced ourselves to each other, and she told us about Alpha. And so, yeah, that's how I met Diana.
Marie for the win.
Right. We've heard to think.
Yes.
What about you, Marie?
So the Cathedral specifically, I think, I just moved to Knoxville, and I was just trying all the different Catholic churches because I had never lived in a place so big where there was multiple churches, and I thought that was so cool. And then hearing about the Cathedral and just walking in the doors, like it's a beautiful church, and really being able to kind of discover different opportunities for community. And I think I remember meeting you, Rick, like that first couple weekends I was there. Like
I'm so sorry.
Opportunity fair type of thing.
And despite that, like, you continued to come. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And then I met Allie through different random encounters at churches, which was so cool, so random. And I had also met Diana that first week too at Daily Mass, and just really taking the opportunity to go to Alpha and kind of bring them along, I guess.
That's so great. I love it. You were being an evangelizer and just through just being kind and warm and welcoming. And that's kind of our role, isn't it? Like that's really what we should be doing anyway. So good job. You're doing your part. Well, you know what? I think I have it here. Why don't we just go ahead and give Marie a round of applause? Is that pretty good? Yes. Good job, Marie. And all those out there who are evangelizers. And for those of you, we're laughing a little bit because before the podcast, I was goofing around a little bit with all the sound. We have lots of sound effects on here. One thing that you also have to know if you're listening to the podcast is we're actually live on Facebook right now. For the first time, we decided to go ahead and just jump in and stream. This is our first video stream onto Facebook with our podcast. It's a great little camera system. We got 3 different cameras. Typically, I have one wide so you can see all 3 of us at once, but this is all individual. So we're working on everything. Hopefully, if you want to check it out, if you want to see who it is that's on the podcast this week, you feel free to go to our Facebook page and check that out. We're not going to be publishing it anywhere else. So, yay?
Yay.
I seem way too excited about that. Yay, it's not being published. Hooray. That's great. Let's talk a little bit about Alpha since you all brought it up. It seemed to be a good tie that binded us all together. If you were to tell somebody about Alpha, what would you say Alpha is? Like, how would you describe it? So, what's Alpha? What would you say? And anybody can go. Anybody can answer.
Yeah, I would say it's just an incredible opportunity to meet other people, and it's a learning opportunity as well as conversations, just to have conversations with people who are not just Catholic, but Christian, or maybe just looking and searching for their faith. It's a great way to learn more about the faith and just have open conversations about it.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
Yeah, I think
it's like, yeah, that's pretty good.
I think what I really appreciated about it was a very broad view of Christianity. Because growing up, like, you get surrounded by people that are very Catholic, and so I didn't really know how to take those steps back and answer who is God, who is the Holy Spirit, other than maybe citing the Catechism of the Catholic Church, which isn't really helpful when you're meeting people that are so new to the faith.
Yeah, that's very true. Marie, did they sum that up pretty well, or would you add anything to that?
They summed that up beautifully.
Look at that.
Wow.
You guys are like of one mind.
Yeah.
Good news about Alpha is we're only scratching the surface. We're going to be starting up another young adult Alpha in the fall. We actually are running multiple alphas on campus. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be awesome. We get to do an alpha youth with our 7th graders starting at the beginning of the school year. We will be running actually an adult alpha with our faculty of the school, which is tremendous. And then kind of on down the line. So sometimes I think people don't know that Alpha is a Catholic thing. Just because of the format, right? You come in, you have dinner or some kind of food together, sit and just talk, just enjoy, like we're doing right now. Just enjoy each other's company, and then we put on some of the highest production quality videos I've ever seen, and are done so well. And I feel like the videos are so patient with us. That it follows a great formula. They're fun, they're enjoyable, they make you think. And then when the video's done, if you want to talk, great. If you don't want to, great as well. Have some dessert, come back next week. It's really that simple, right? I'm not underselling it or overselling it, am I?
No, yeah, definitely.
I think that's pretty much on the nose. So we're going to be doing a lot more alphas. It's going to be great. We're going to invite people. We're going to invite you. Anybody that's watching or listening, there will be an open invitation coming very soon. So be on the lookout for that. We love Alpha as maybe a shallow entry point into not just Christianity and Catholicism, but I think even now, it's more of a shallow entry point into relationships.
Right.
Would you agree with that? I mean, you three sat at a table all together. And Marie, when you were able to be at our sessions, what kind of relationships did you build with people because you didn't really know anybody either that well? How did that foster throughout the weeks? What did that look like week to week?
That's a great question.
Thank you.
I think mainly the opportunity to come together each week and kind of like what you were saying, just begin with conversation. And we could just kind of talk about what we did that week to really kind of get to know each other better. And when we kind of have that base of knowing who we are, we can kind of get deeper with conversation, especially as the videos kind of got a little deeper and looking at different perspectives. So I think the main thing was the opportunity to come together and to engage in conversation, and then to kind of go through some of those discussion questions after the videos and really be vulnerable with each other and kind of think what we say, like what we actually truly think. Because we were in that environment where we could just be ourselves and really appreciate each other's views, because it was just so opening and welcoming.
I love that. I mean, that's put so well, Marie. Gosh,
Wow.
that's really good.
Maybe she should just take over and, do the rest of the podcast. She could. A solo thing.
I like it. You should do a spin-off podcast, Marie.
Yes.
Yeah. Marie's Moments.
Or happy hours.
Happy hours. Oh, Diana for the win. That's great. That's wonderful. So when we do send out the invites, because we're really we're in a time where I feel like people are disconnected. Maybe we're more connected than we've ever been. And we're the least connected that we've ever been at the same time, right? Because if we pick up our phones, social media, blah, 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 we can connect with anybody at any moment. Throw up FaceTime. That didn't sound right. Put FaceTime up, right? Or just post and do all those things. But yet, what I've experienced and found, especially from young adults, is, well, we don't really have an avenue to get together outside of going to a bar or some whatever. I feel like we're at a time where going out and doing things as groups has dwindled. It's more individualistic, and you just find your niche somewhere. So an opportunity like this where you can come together, where you can have dinner together, where you can have genuine conversations and get to know each other, becomes, I feel, more and more rare. Am I wrong on that? Do you see that, or no? Am I crazy?
No, I definitely agree. Especially, I guess, more just in like the graduate school setting, most of the like required mixers all around like beer and alcohol, which is fine. Drinking is good, but there's also a big demographic that just doesn't drink, right? And so I think, having more of these opportunities like Alpha, where it's just like sit, talk, eat, everyone eats. The food is good.
Yes.
I think we all need a little more of that, and even like discussions that are easily facilitated, where it's like, these are questions, these are things you guys are going to answer and talk about, because just meeting new people on the fly can be nerve-wracking at times.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and I think people are really looking for the opportunity as well to be invited to something that they maybe have never really experienced before. And I think Alpha is just an awesome opportunity to meet other people. Like, no one knows, each other. So, and everyone was from a different place, which I thought was really cool. So yeah, you never know until you invite someone, and they really might be looking or searching for something like that. At
your table that you were at, Allie.
Yeah.
It was such a variety of people, yes?
It was, yes. And we still keep in touch, and we're all close friends still. I feel like we could all be on the podcast, honestly. Yeah.
And that's awesome. And that was back in the fall.
Yes.
Of last year. So it's coming up on a year ago that we did our Alpha. Is that crazy?
Wild. Wow. Yes.
Wow.
That's pretty crazy. But I do love seeing the friendships that form. But more, and I think the biggest reason, obviously, is because it's centered around Christ. Right? Like, how many real opportunities outside of going to Mass do you have to sit and enjoy and talk about your faith, or even just again, it's a shallow entry point, and it leads to deeper, which is why it's such a great opportunity. As Catholics, we're not great evangelizers, right? We're just not. We're not trained in that way. We don't know what to do. We think we need to have all the answers. We don't. This is a great way to say, hey, you want to join me for dinner?
Right.
Simple, easy. So that's coming. More alpha is coming. I think that's going to be tremendous. Now, Diana, you also have been, in Allie both, and Marie, my goodness, all of you have been even more involved on campus with other areas, with different things, be it from Adoration Chapel to middle school youth group to helping with a young adult group. How do you see your connection? Is there a deeper connection when you're able to do that, or is it just a chore list? Oh, well, we got middle school youth group here. Oh my goodness, I got to put out a flock note or a Instagram post here. Or does this? Do you feel like you have more ownership, and is that something that you want? Is that something that you would invite other people into? Not just, it's great to come to Mass, 100%. I just personally feel like when you have skin in the game, it means so much more. So maybe share a little bit about that, maybe what you've done, what you've been able to do so far in this less than a year time that you've been here, and what you're excited about.
Yeah, so I would say the first thing that I was involved with, or the first, open door opportunity, was with Pastoral Juvenil, which is the Hispanic ministry, young youth and young adult ministry. And so the biggest part in the Diocese of Knoxville is in Chattanooga. So there used to be one here in Knoxville, but the pandemic, things kind of dwindled down and stuff. But that's how I met, for example, like Brittany and Selena, great people that worked here. And then eventually met you, Rick, and started getting involved with a middle school youth group, and such a blessing. And it makes it more exciting because now whenever I go to Mass, like sometimes I see like one of the kiddos and I'm like, oh, like that's them. And then being involved with the young adult ministry with you guys, it's been such a blessing because it's how we build community. And like, we weren't meant to live alone. We were meant to live in community. And I remember having a conversation with Allie and Marie and saying like, wow, like we're parishioners here. Like we are parishioners here. We feel like we belong. We're involved in things. And it's so nice to give back into a place that has poured so much into us.
Oh, that's so well put, Diana. That moment when it clicks, right? When you're like, no, we're actually part of this thing. Right. That it's such a great moment. What about for you, Allie?
Yeah, everything Diana said. It's a cool opportunity to be able to do outreach, and someone had to invite me to Alpha first, so to be able to then invite people to events that we're doing and just have more, and just have more activities that people are wanting to come to. So,
Marie, your turn.
Yeah, you guys said that great. I really like the part, Diana, where you said like giving back, and I think that's so important. But also, I really enjoyed getting more involved because I can see God in other places and really see others, their gifts at work. So, like, for example, seeing you, Rick, with the middle schoolers, your gifts are, like, crazy. And, like, you're awesome with them. And to just see, like, Christ working in other aspects besides just going to Mass every Sunday and really being involved and participating has been great.
Yeah, I love that because we have so many gifts and talents here. And on top of it, I'm just one person, you guys are each just one person, but look at us together, what we're able to accomplish. And that's why we really want to invite anybody listening or watching to be a part of all the things that we're doing. We don't want you to be a bystander. We want you to feel like you do belong, that you get to run this thing. You have a hand in it because Marie, you brought up an excellent point because I think that when we see that there's something bigger than us, but yet we still get to be a part of it, that deepens our faith, maybe more so than most anything else, right? It's experiential. When we get to journey alongside somebody, walk somebody to the Lord, is there anything better? I don't think so, right? No.
No, yeah, you put that beautifully.
So, listen, if you're listening or watching, all you have to do is reach out. You can reach out to myself. You can reach out to Diana, Allie. Now, Marie, let's talk real quick because there's a reason you're not in studio, correct?
There is a reason, yes.
All right. Tell us why you're not in studio.
Yes, I'd love to. So this summer, I am working as a Totus Tuus missionary in the Diocese of Cincinnati, actually. And so what that means is Totus Tuus is totally yours. and it is a summer program where we go around to different parishes and we put on a vacation Bible school type program for the students. And it has been a great way to kind of evangelize in a way to young students about specifically the luminous mysteries, prayer, and the Our Father. And it has just been a great experience to not only learn more about the faith myself, but also to learn from like the kids who have like great questions and they just are so hungry for that faith. We also do a lot of fun games and skits and everything, of course.
Obviously.
But yeah, so I have been doing that for the month of June and we'll continue that into July.
Wow. And then what are your plans post-July?
Ooh, another great question, Rick. I will not be back to Knoxville yet.
Okay.
I will actually be moving down to northern Alabama to work with an environmental center where we're doing some environmental education things. And that'll be until December. And after that, I'm not sure yet.
Well, you're welcome in Knoxville. There's an open door here,
Yes.
and we can use that EPA stuff from you as well.
Right.
Right? I don't know if you know this, but in college, I, for a while, was a dual major in geography and environmental studies.
Whoa.
I know.
I did not know that.
Yeah. Now I have a dual minor in both. I took a class called Life and Career Planning. And, you fill out the bubbles, you put it in a machine, it spits it out and tells you what you should be. I did that freshman year. It told me I should be a forest ranger.
I can see it.
Could you see it?
I can see it.
Well, I had the name, Ranger Rick. That was perfect, right? But after being in a class called Air Photo Interpretation and Remote Sensory Analysis, I realized that was not my calling. So I came back to theology, which I'm so thankful for. But that's awesome that you get to be involved in all that stuff, Marie. And truly, though, honestly, Knoxville, the door is always open for you. We have loved you being here, and we definitely want to see more of you. So don't let it be your last stop in Knoxville, even if it's just passing through. Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course. I definitely will be back.
Good.
Hopefully for a longer term.
Yes,
But,
that's what we're
it's
hoping
been
for
great.
too.
We'll convince her.
Yeah, there we go. There it is.
We're working on it.
Yeah, you should all go in on like a mega house, like a 12-bedroom, like just a. Okay, I'm just dreaming here, but you guys, you're such good friends, and just, even though you're not maybe physically together, you're still connected, and I don't think that's ever going to change because again, your relationship is built on something so much deeper than ourselves. So that's wonderful. But speaking of that relationship, it's time to play a game.
Oh, right.
See, they were not expecting this. But you do have now, Marie. You don't. It's okay because you're not here. You won't. We'll get you in. Don't worry, ladies. You have dry erase boards right in front of you. Go ahead and pick those dry erase boards up with your markers. What we're going to do is I'm going to ask a question about one of you, and the other two will have to answer what they believe would be the correct answer on their whiteboard without showing each other. And then we'll reveal the answers to the cameras for Facebook Live to see. And we'll see how well you guys might know each other. Even though I know I know you haven't grown up together your whole lives or anything, but you know each other somewhat well. And we're going to just see how well that is. All right?
Yes.
Pretty simple?
Perfect.
All right. Let's start with Marie. Since you're not here in studio, we're going to ask a question about Marie. And both Diana and Allie are going to answer it on their board, and they'll show it to the camera, and then we'll get your actual answer to the question. Here is the question. Now, don't answer it out loud, Marie. Otherwise, that really gives it away to them. Okay? Here we go. What is your favorite food? Ooh. It's your absolute favorite food. I want you to think about it, dream about it. Just imagine it's right in front of you. Your absolute favorite. And we get some answers being written down here by Diana and Allie. And I think Diana wrote a whole 7-course meal down on,
Oh, right.
on hers.
She was so quick.
She was writing for a while. I'm excited to see what she's got. My goodness. Do you need another whiteboard or are you good?
I'll turn it around.
Oh, okay. Just an answer on the back. That's great. Okay, Marie, it's over to you. What is your absolute favorite food? Oh, wait, you know what? Let's have them reveal theirs first, and then we'll see. We'll start with you, Diana.
Okay.
Let's look at the litany that you wrote of Marie's favorite food.
So I wasn't too sure. However, I do know Marie loves her condiments. So I said any condiments, i.e. ranch, ketchup. Those are her favorites.
Those are her favorite foods. I like it. That's great. All right, Allie, it's over to you. What you got?
Okay, I also went broad. I put breakfast foods. I feel like we always have brunch together, and Maria's just a huge breakfast person.
Oh, wow. Okay, so maybe condiments on the breakfast food. I don't know. We're about to find out.
That's what she's going to say.
All right, Marie, what would you say is your favorite food?
First of all, those are excellent guesses, and they know me so well. And yes, to ketchup on eggs in the morning. Love that. Love breakfast food, and I love ketchup and ranch. All good. I was going to say Mexican food. I love anything Mexican food. But those are also really good guesses, and I completely would agree with that too.
This is how nice Marie is. Even though you both were very wrong in your answers, she was lifting you up and just letting you know, wow, I love my sister. So that's great. Yeah. All right.
So true.
That's Marie.
That's Marie.
Thanks, Marie. I still feel good about
sorry I let you down.
So great. Okay, next we're going to do Allie. So this will be for Diana and for Marie to answer. And you know what? You can actually answer on your whiteboard as I ask the question. And here we go. Your question is, what is the one thing in the world that you are the most afraid of?
Ooh.
Oh, now no peeking, Diana. It's a little bit tougher one. I know this is a little bit tougher, but if there's one thing in the world that you're most afraid of, and what I love about this is Diana started writing before Allie did, which is great. And I was like, what am I afraid of? And Diana's like, this is what you're afraid of. This is great. I should have my, you know what? Here we go. Listen. Little sound effect for us. Is that good?
Perfect.
Yeah, I thought that worked out really well. Okay, I like my sound effects. Okay, what we're going to do is, Marie, why don't you give us your answer first?
Oh, this is very difficult. Sorry, Allie, I really don't know. I'm going to say you are really afraid of maybe goodness. Actually, how about this? If you were in a place with no Catholic church.
Oh,
that'd be terrifying.
I love that answer. Allie just started erasing. That's a good answer. That's a better answer than what I've got. All right, Diana, you want to show the folks at home what you guessed?
Sure. First, I just want to say I know the answer to Marie. So if this question was for Marie, I could have answered that. But for Allie, I said nothing.
Wow.
Allie can do it all. Because I think she's just a go-getter and very persistent and determined. So
nothing afraid
very
of.
true.
Sweet,
Very true.
That is just awesome.
Wish it was true.
And now here's the reality. And her answer is, it looks like
alligators. Okay, yeah, we've never had this conversation, but I am terrified of swimming in the ocean and lake. I would go tubing with my family and dangerous places, and I'm always scared that I'm gonna, sharks, alligators, all of them, terrifying.
Wow, that's crazy.
We haven't been to Alabama together yet, so that's why y'all don't know. Yeah.
probably.
There it is. That's the reason. Okay, one more round, and this is going to be for Diana. Now, I was going to, this would have been probably a little harsh because maybe we don't ask these questions. I was going to say, when is your birthday? But I'm not going to ask that one. I'm not going to do it. Instead, I think I have a much more fun one. Ooh. Diana, who is your current favorite celebrity? Ooh, it can be a singer, it can be an actress, it could be whomever. Now, I will say they have to be alive. Okay. So you can't pull out like Abraham Lincoln or, and okay, we're all, listen, Jesus, we get it. Okay. The answer is Jesus. We know outside of the triune God. Okay. Or the saints of the past, somebody currently alive right now. Who is your favorite celebrity? That's what we want to know. Here we go. Oh, I stumped her. Ooh.
Oh, man.
Ooh. Maybe you saw a movie. Maybe there's some kind of music you really like. Somebody sings. Yeah. You could put Rick down. That's fine.
Oh, man.
I know.
For you.
While she writes that down, Marie, we're going to get your answer first on Diana's current favorite celebrity.
Gotcha. Okay. My guess is Taylor Swift.
Ooh, old T Swift. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a good answer. Allie, what you got?
I put Tom Cruise.
Oh,
Yes,
that's
we were just
pretty
talking
good.
about him. Yeah.
Oh, I think he's like 100 years old, but he still looks like he's 40.
Right.
Yeah.
He does.
Did you see Top Gun 2, anybody?
We just saw it.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness, better
So
than the
good.
original. I
Oh my
know
gosh.
some people think that's a hot take. It's not a hot take. It's just a fact.
Yeah,
That's
is.
it. I love that movie.
So good.
It really is good.
Yes.
So good.
All right, we got T Swift and Tom Cruise. Here comes the reality. All right, what you got for us, Diana?
All right. I don't want to be that person, but I really like all the Knoxville priests.
Diana, we said no.
They're alive. They're alive.
They are alive. It's true.
Because I was thinking of one, but I'm like, no, but this other one's really good too. So
Wow, if they're listening, they're going to be
Yeah.
honored. They are celebrities.
Maybe
to
I'll do a
Diana.
top four. A top four list.
No,
No, okay, never mind.
because then
we
somebody
won't
be like,
go
why am I not on that list?
Right.
Am I outside of the top 4 priests in Knoxville?
We won't go there.
We won't. We
Sorry,
won't.
guys.
They're just all great. That's why I included them all. I guess we have one last question, and it's about me.
Oh, perfect.
Yes.
Oh, so now the rubber meets the road.
go.
Ready?
Oh.
Okay. What is my birthday? Go. Ooh. You're gonna get really close if you even say the month.
I was about to say half
That's-
points for the month.
half points for the month, 100 full points and 20 gold stars for the actual day. And you can redeem those gold stars for every 20 gold stars equals a rainbow sticker. And 1,000 rainbow stickers gives you a Shroot Buck.
Perfect. I've been wanting one of those.
I don't know what the conversion rate is yet, but it sounded good. All right, Marie, one more time. Give me my birth date.
Wow.
Tough one.
I'm going to guess it's sometime in the spring.
Okay.
And I'm going to guess either February or March.
Okay.
We'll go March 13th.
Oh, okay. The old March 13th. That's like right at the beginning of spring. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. Okay. All right, Diana.
Yeah, so I'm November 4.
Ooh, November 4. That's a good guess. I like that guess. That's pretty good. Allie, what about you?
December 26th.
Oh, the day after Jesus.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel like that's
Felt
you.
like,
Yeah, carry
You
on
guys-
the celebration.
You guys are pretty good, like, because you stuck around this general vicinity of time frame, right? Anywhere from November to March, and you're really close.
Really?
Yes, none of you got the exact month, but you were all hinting around it. It's January. January.
Wow.
And Marie, half props to you because it's January 13th.
Hey.
You nailed the day. But yes, that is my birthday. I'm so glad you guys know me so well.
Well, because, whenever we're around you, it's like every day's your birthday, right? You live life that way. So.
I try to.
Yeah.
Every day I am getting much older. Thank you, Diana. I
we
appreciate that.
all?
Oh, yes. That is so awesome. You guys have been tremendous. And I know, did we go a little bit over today? Yeah, we sure did. Were we supposed to stick to 25 minutes? Yeah, but we went 35. I don't care. This is a great conversation. I know. I told you, sometimes when people hear that they're going to be on the podcast, they get a little nervous because they don't know what to expect, but it's really just a conversation. So if you're listening to this and you're like, you know what, I'd like to be on the podcast, all you got to do is reach out. I would love to have you. We would love to have you on our podcast. Not mine. It's our podcast. It's Young Adult Podcast. But we are going to wrap it up. Okay. Again, this was our first time live streaming. It might have gone horribly wrong. I don't know. If you're watching us, I pray you can hear us. If not, I don't know how to do thank you in sign. I don't know how to do thank you in sign language. So I really apologize. If that was close, praise God. If not, I really am sorry. But we are so grateful that everybody joins us weekly on this podcast. It's a tremendous thing to listen to people tell their stories about hearing the podcast for the first time and then coming to our church because they heard the podcast, which I think is tremendous. So thank you for doing that. If you like this episode, share it. Subscribe it. If you just want to be on it, once again, just reach out to us. If you have questions, put them in there. Outside of that, we will see you next time. Before I close it though, Marie, thank you so much for being on. It's been an honor and a pleasure having you.
Thank you so much, Rick. I have enjoyed. This has been great. Thank you.
Of course. Allie, thank you for being on with us.
Thank you so much, Rick.
Yeah.
So honored.
And of course, now a veteran, right?
Yeah.
Because you've been on twice.
Always a pleasure. Thank you.
Yes. Let's make this not the last time we're all on together. How about that?
Absolutely.
Is that pretty good?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
All right. Awesome. And thank you all for listening and joining us. We'll see you next time on Happy Hour.